Well, greetings to you. This is our dog Jemima. I say dog, she's more of a puppy. She's only 9 months old, and to be honest, she's a bit of a baby. She's also fully grown though, as miniature Dachshunds don't get very big. So you're stuck at this size, aren't you? But she is quite cute, and one of the funny things she does, as pets tend to do, takes place when we get home. She hates being left on her own, does Jemima. She doesn't like it. She always cries when she has to go to bed. And then when we all come home, she gets really excited. And the first thing she does when we get home is she rushes off to collect a toy. Maybe it's like this dinosaur here, that's one of hers. And she collects it, picks it up and brings it to us. Presents it to us as a kind of a gift. As if to say, I'm pleased to see you and I love you. Don't you? You want to go down again? All right. Well, I wonder if you've got a pet, and if so, whether they're pleased to see you when you come home. It's a little thing maybe, but then little things can be important. In our Bible reading in Matthew's Gospel, we read this. Jesus says, "If anyone gives even a cup of cold water to one of these little ones because he is my disciple, I tell you the truth, he will certainly not lose his reward." Jesus is sending the disciples out on their mission, on his mission, and he's reminding them that even those things that seem tiny and insignificant are actually valuable and important when we do them for God. Even something as simple as giving someone a cup of cold water, God sees it, God is pleased by it, and will be rewarded, if not in this life, then in the world to come. Sometimes we might think it's difficult to be a Christian. You have to do big things, be a missionary, or start a charity soup kitchen, or be a church warden, or even be a vicar. And you can do any of those things, but I think more often it's about actually those more normal, everyday things. Those acts of kindness towards other people which help us love our neighbours, because that's what Jesus wants us to do. Sometimes just a word, a smile, a tiny action can make the world of difference to someone's day. Just like when we come home and Jemima the dog presents us with a toy to cheer us up. Maybe like giving someone a glass of water when they're thirsty. But I wonder, what are those little things that you could do for Jesus and for other people to make a difference in the world for Christ? Maybe you could talk to somebody lonely. Lots of people during this lockdown are feeling abandoned, unable to get out of the house, unable to see other people. Is there someone perhaps you know who is lonely that you could reach out to? You could pick up the phone and say hello, or you could say hi to. Maybe there's someone who you know who needs food and drink. Maybe they are hungry or thirsty. Maybe they can't get out to do shopping or collect things or whatever. Maybe you could run an errand, you could fetch something for them. Or maybe you could say thank you to somebody so they know you care and that you appreciate them. A friend or a family member, a key worker or a teacher. Perhaps sometimes just saying thank you without being asked and prompted makes such a difference. Or maybe you could tell someone about Jesus. Lots of people have spent time this lockdown wondering about life and what's the point, what's the purpose of our existence. Is there someone that you could share the good news of Jesus Christ with? Or maybe you could make a small card and include a Bible verse in it to remind somebody that you send it to that you're thinking of them and that God loves them. And one thing we can always do, of course, is pray. Is there a person that you could pray for, I wonder? We know that God hears our prayers and God answers our prayers. Well, is there a person you know who needs a prayer? Someone ill or anxious or lonely, or maybe a teacher or a leader, maybe our Prime Minister, our government, or somebody else? I'm going to keep a few moments of stillness now, so why not take that time to say a short prayer for someone you know? Jesus says, if anyone gives even a cup of cold water to one of these little ones because he is my disciple, I tell you the truth, he will certainly not lose his reward. Well, I pray that we can all find ways of loving and serving one another this week and beyond.